Alright guys, it is Wednesday, August 11th, 2021 at 2:32 a.m. Alright, let's start with a Bible verse. We have dailyverses.net. Verse of the day: keep on loving one another as brothers and sisters. Do not forget to show hospitality to strangers, for by doing so, some people have shown hospitality to angels without knowing it. Hebrews 13:1 through 2. Alright, let's start with the National Hurricane Center. Alright, we have Fred right below Puerto Rico, Tropical Storm Fred, and then we have one disturbance coming off of Africa in the Atlantic. Let's start with Tropical Storm Fred. Maximum sustained winds of 35 knots or 40 miles an hour. Minimum central pressure of 1,009 millibars, located at 17.6 north and 67.6 west. Movement west at 15 knots or at 17 miles an hour. Alright, let's take a look at Tropical Storm Fred. Alright, this is the forecast map showing where Fred is forecast by the National Hurricane Center to be going. It should stay a storm as it approaches Florida. Alright, so it'll be by Dominican Republic in the middle of it by 8 p.m. on Wednesday. Should be between Dominican Republic and Cuba by a.m. on Thursday. Should be in the middle of the Atlantic and Cuba by 8 a.m. on Friday. And then below Florida by 8 p.m. on Saturday. And then in the Panhandle area by 8 p.m. on Sunday. Alright, so it is center of location 17.6 north and 67.6 west. Maximum sustained winds of 40 miles an hour and movement west at 17 miles an hour. Let's take a look at the key messages for the storm. It says tropical storm conditions are expected in portions of the U.S. Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico tonight and are expected to begin in the Dominican Republic Wednesday morning. Tropical storm conditions are possible in northern Haiti and the southeastern Bahamas by late Wednesday. 2. Heavy rainfall could lead to flash, urban, and small stream flooding, along with possible rapid river rises and potential for mudslides across the U.S. Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, and Dominican Republic. The greatest threat for flood impacts will be across eastern and southern Puerto Rico. It says there is a risk of wind and rainfall impacts elsewhere in portions of Hispaniola, the Bahamas, and Cuba during the next several days, although the forecast is more uncertain than usual since Fred is forecast to interact with Hispaniola on Wednesday. Interest in these areas should monitor Fred's progress and updates to the forecast. There is a risk of wind and rainfall impacts in Florida beginning Friday in the Keys and spreading northward through portions of the peninsula and Panhandle this weekend. However, it is too soon to determine the exact timing, location, and magnitude of any potential impacts. Interest through Florida should monitor Fred's progress and check updates to the forecast. Alright, so that's the update for Fred. Alright, let's take a look at news now. Hundreds of residents told to evacuate after a Miami condo building deemed unsafe. Since the partial collapse of the Champlain Towers south in Surfside, Florida, which left 98 people dead, officials have sought to review the structural integrity of buildings. So hundreds of Miami residents were forced from the 8-story condo building Monday night after city officials determined the structure was unsafe. The 137-unit building at 5050 Northwest 7th Street was placed under an evacuation order, according to the Miami building director Asael Ace Moreno. It says that we obviously didn't feel that it's safe, he told the news station. Structural integrity has been degraded by the contractor proceeding with the repairs they were not authorized to do. Before the evacuation notice on Monday, city officials said the building had been placed on the unsafe structure list in May based on images of property damage. The condominium was also found to be non-compliant with the city's recertification process. Alright, so that building was marked unsafe and hundreds of residents told to evacuate. Alright, next. Ferocious heat spreads out of North Africa into southern Europe right now, and this is just the beginning of an atrocious heat wave. Alright, so we got a map here showing the heat temperature anomaly. So it's pretty much northern part of Africa and Europe, the southern part of Europe, and Greece, Italy, Spain, pretty much showing a lot of heat coming in. It says, ferocious heat is spreading out of North Africa into southern Europe right now. Are you ready? So I looked it up. 49 or 47.4 degrees Celsius is 117.32 degrees Fahrenheit. So that is pretty hot. Alright. Says this is the highest temperature ever recorded in the capital of Tunisia. Average high temperature for August is usually around 30 Celsius. So it is pretty hot. It says the record with the long-standing that broke the previous record of 47.4 of July 1943. Alright, so it's heat. Alright, so I'll leave you the link so you guys can check out this article as well and see for yourselves the news about that heat. Alright, next. Florida requests 300 ventilators from federal government as COVID cases keep rising. Governor DeSantis says he isn't aware of that request. It says Fort Lauderdale, Florida, as a result of the increase in COVID-19 cases and hospitalizations, the state of Florida requested 300 ventilators from the federal government, according to the Department of Health and Human Services. Planning document obtained by the ABC News. The request was made on Friday to replace the expanded state stores. The document said the ventilators are expected to be delivered on Monday, though it was not said how they will be allocated. Governor Ron DeSantis said Tuesday that he was not aware of such a request when asked about it. I have never heard about that, so I have to check to see if it's true or not, he said. I would honestly doubt that it's true, but I'll look. We'll have a lot of stuff that we stockpiled over the last year and have to the Department of Emergency Management. I have not had any requests across my desk. I have not been notified of that. It comes in as doctors are stressed and hospitals are tapped for resources, their beds continuing to fill with unvaccinated patients infected with the virus. So 300 ventilators, that is a lot. Alright, so I've been coming across a lot of news stories saying that in Texas a lot of hospitals are running out of ICU beds, that they had to move a family from one area to another by helicopter because they didn't have ICU beds for the patient that was looking to get helped. So that's pretty spooky. Alright guys, hit like and subscribe for more news, and see you guys next time. God bless you guys.